Guest. So welcome, dear friends, new friends and old friends. My name is Julia Quena Kavi, or just Julia for simplicity, and thank you so very much for being here today, for finding time and space to show up and contribute into your self-knowledge, self-healing, learning new skills, new tools, and thank you for taking ownership on your own self-healing journey. I think it is the most important part of it, taking responsibility. And I would like to start with sharing what Tantra is. Right, there's two main ways we know, two main traditions involved. It is Tantra Yoga, so Indian path, and Taoism. Taoism is a Chinese. So both of them are contributing equally into understanding what Tantra is, and exact translation of Tantra is capacity of expansion. So it is definitely covering the aspects of sexual energy healing, body healing, right? But it's not necessarily precisely focused only on the sexual part, right? So we just so understand, but we definitely will contribute this particular class learning about what can be healed with the tools of Tantra. And there are a few mixed techniques I'm going to share with you here today. And I would like to start with questioning you a few things. And you're welcome to answer in the chat, or again, if it's personal and private and you wouldn't like to be revealed answering this question, just answer it quietly, silently in your mind. So my first question: have you ever noticed that some long-term relationships, couples who are in long-term relationship, they lose their passion in their relationships? Yes. Have you ever experienced this yourself? Someone did, someone did not. Yes. So yeah, thank you, Letizia, for this beautiful example. You can write it down, or you just can type it in the chat. Yes. You missed the question, Laura. The question was, have you ever noticed that some long-term couples lose their passion in their relationships? And the second question was if you ever experienced this yourself. Okay, and another question I have for you. Yes. Thank you for sharing this, Laura. My partners always lose it, and you tend to keep it. Another thing, that did you know that 75% of women never actually achieve orgasm through the intercourse? Are you one of them? And again, you don't have to say it out loud or in the chat, just answer honestly, right? And silently within yourself, or write it down. And do you know that 15% of women never ever had any kind of orgasm? 15% of women. They were born, grown up, even birth children. I work with women who already had children and never ever had an orgasm. Can you imagine this? Such a loss. And if you are one of them as well. Another question I have for you, have you ever fantasized about someone else while being intimate with your partner? This is definitely a private question. Don't type it in the chat, because who knows what if your partner will watch it, right? It is not a crime, by the way. I just want to say, if that is you, you are not alone. This is a very common thing. Yes. And another question I have for you, have you ever felt like a decrease in attraction towards your partner over time? And kind of your spark fades in daily routine? Or because of the emotional feelings, some conflicts? misunderstandings? Please answer this question. Okay. Have you ever worried about your appearance in a bedroom, or whether your body meets certain standards? Was it on your mind? I have one more question for you. Do you ever stress about pleasing your partner, or even question your ability to satisfy them? Do you feel even maybe kind of responsible for your partner's satisfaction? Is it present for you? And this is the question for the men, but I believe as for today we don't have a man so far, but I will just ask this question in case if someone watches this video. For the men out there, have you ever noticed a decrease in sexual stamina, feeling like you require more and more stimulation to achieve arousal over time? I just have to share with you, ladies, answer is 99% yes. Yes. And I have explanation why is it happening this way. And I want to bring a couple of statistics that I already shared, that 75% of the women need special stimulation because they do not achieve the orgasm just during the intercourse. And similar issue for the men is that 52% of men experience some level of erectile dysfunction. So 40% of the men around age 40 already have this problem, and the number increases to 70% by age 70. That's quite a big number. And women. It's just a question for the women. Have you ever simulated an orgasm? Again, you don't have to say it out loud, just honestly response in your mind or write it down. And again, you're not alone. The statistic shows that 80% of women faking the orgasm. And it kind of brings us to the first questions I ask: if you feel responsible to make your partner feel good about themselves, to make them feel satisfied, make them feel good they're good lovers, good partners. Many of us do that, 80% of us do that. One more question. Have you ever experienced a sense of numbness? No matter if you try any kind of specific stimulations and techniques, but there is numbness in your vagina. Have you ever experienced that? Okay. Hello, Raphael. Welcome. So those are important questions, and just a few, right? Because every situation, every person has very specific situation and circumstances in life, and there might be a lot more questions. And again, closer to the end, I will offer you like one-on-one mentorship option if you want to personalized guidance, because something probably I didn't ask here, I didn't mention here, but it's possible to fix, it's possible to heal. Oh, okay. So it's not a Raphael, it's a Julia. I think I know what Julia it is. Hello, Julia. Good to see you, my friend. Yes, and I have to tell you, if most of your answers for those questions are yes, I experienced that, or yes, it is part of my life, I have to tell you, first of all, you're not alone. And secondly, it is possible to heal it without medications, without overstimulations, and just with increasing the level of awareness of your body, the sexual energy, the activating energy flow in your body in general, and stimulating, according to Taoism practice, stimulating specific acupressure points. And just like running a little bit towards the middle already of the class, our vagina and penis, they have acupressure points. That is quite amazing information to know. We just have to know what exactly we need to stimulate and how, and we might heal those areas. And besides that, not only sexual trauma, not only sexual numbness or erection, we can also heal our entire body. As the acupressure points, they're connected to other organs in our body, like lungs, heart, etc., etc., kidney. All the organs of our body are connected to our sexual organs. It's kind of a concentrated location. So it's very beautiful. And yeah, the answer is yes to all of those questions. You can heal that. And before I share with you a few practices, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Julia, and at some point of my life, I experienced a complete numbness. No matter what I was doing, no matter what I was trying, no matter how hard and how hot my partners were, no matter how hard they try, I just didn't feel anything. And I would kind of give up for a few years. I was celibating for 3 years and trying to understand maybe my body needs a rest, but then I tried to practice self-pleasure again, and it didn't work out. It was numb, completely numb. There was a block. And that's how I started my tantric journey, how I opened the tantric universe for myself, and I found, oh my God, fantastic tools for self-healing. I was not only able to get back my sensitivity right back, I also was able to heal certain areas of my physical body, heal my organs, and so kind of increase the level of energy. And by the way, also kind of covering a little part for men and women, for both, but specifically for women, our sexual organs directly connected, we call it a sisterhood, directly connected to kidney organs. And I had a lot of problems with kidneys since I was a child. I was able to tremendously improve condition of my kidney just by stimulating the right parts of my vagina. Isn't it amazing? Right? No pills needed, no medications needed, no treatment needed, just right, precise stimulation, a little bit of discipline. And yeah, that's about myself. And on the top of it, I believe that sexual trauma I received in the childhood, as I was sexually abused by the lovers of my mother. I was raped multiple times. There was quite serious damage. No wonder that, and you know, in my adult life, I've had such resistance towards sex and sexual life. I didn't have trust in men. And of course, eventually it brought me to the place when I was completely numb, not trusting, not even expecting, not believing anymore that it's even possible. And here I am today, a lot more healthier. There is still space to heal, still space to grow, but definitely can bring myself, just myself, even without partner, complete sovereignty to a 9-stage orgasm. Not just a clitoris orgasm, the full body orgasm, which is amazing in healing relaxation, right? So it's all possible. Oh, by the way, I forgot to ask one important question. Ladies, do you find yourself experiencing painful days during your menstruation cycle? And how strong it is? I personally had a lot of problems there. I know some women, they literally just cancel plans when those days come. They cannot move. They take lots of medications, pain relief pills. That's how they handle it. It's very sad to hear. Yeah, I hope you made your notes. So this part also can be covered, and I have tools and techniques of how we can improve this situation, decrease pain, and eventually, if you practice it, if you incorporate some discipline and self-awareness, and the pain will go away completely. Eventually, I can teach you even how to manage birth control. That is a very useful tool, right? And you don't need to take any medication or hormones. No, you don't. You can control. You can manage your birth control in your life. You can have children and get pregnant whenever you want it. You are in charge right now. Very powerful tools. Well, I'm just telling you it is possible. There is a way for it, and today I'm going to share with you some valuable information and a few techniques, and of course we can cover just a few as we have a little limited amount of time, but there will be already something to consider. And I would like to start with a little theory of how masculine and feminine energy work together, how different they are, and how we can perceive it and multiply the positive properties of these energies, right? And I'm going to share with you screen so we all can see that. Can you tell me if you see the screen properly? Very good. Okay, this is kind of my artwork for you for today. So masculine and feminine energy. There is very different. And you know, in many spiritual traditions, element of fire represents masculine energy, and element of water represents feminine energy. It makes a lot of sense. Just one little detail, one little missing point. Fire represents masculine energy, but the cool water, not just the water, the cold water, cool water represents feminine energy. And that changes the whole game, right? Think of it like fire, man, fire. It's active, it's warm, it's hot. How long does it take to start fire? Couple of seconds probably, right? If you have a good lighter, piece of paper and a little bit of wood, couple of seconds, couple of minutes, and the fire is there, strong, hot. That's masculine energy. And now let's talk about feminine energy. Feminine energy is a big, I would say a large pot of a cold water. Now, all of us cooking probably from time to time. How long, in your opinion, how long would it take to at least warm the cold water in the large pot? Let's say 5 gallons, 10 gallons pot. It would take about 20-30 minutes. What about if you want to boil it? Even longer, right? That's right. So in the middle of the picture I demonstrate over here, you can see that the large pot of cold water is on the fire, and then when it's properly warmed, it creates steam. When it's boiling, it creating steam. And in Taoism, we call the steam the sacred steam. It's what man and woman can create together, the orgasmic steam. But in case the steam to start appearing, right, we need to boil the water. So the main attention, what I'm trying to say, the main attention should go to warming up the cold water of the woman. She is not ready. She is not like a fire can be ready in just a second. She needs some time. We are so different, right? So that was the first aspect of it. And another one will demonstrate in this picture. Can you see it as well? The battery picture? Okay, very, very good. So let's say even now all of us know that women needs to warm up her cold pot of water like 30-40 minutes, maybe even an hour, and men knows that they are fast and active and fiery. Men still don't know where to start. So let's say I would like to have a man here today, but unfortunately no men, so at least I don't see men. So if I would ask a man in their understanding, right, what would be the turn on for the women? Most of the men would say like kissing in the mouth, stimulating the clitoris, maybe touching hips, something like that. And most of their attention, or maybe even squeezing nipples or something, like grabbing boobs, most of the attention will go to the lower part, just letting you know from the statistic. And why is it true for the men? Because men believe that women work just the same way they work, their body work, right? So masculine energy, masculine fire, my apologies. Masculine fire, as you see the plus over here in their sexual area, in their pelvic floor, there's their plus. We have a plus and minus, right? We have a positive pull and negative pull. Let's say if woman tries to stimulate chest of the man, nothing will happen to them. It will not turn them on. But if the woman stimulates their sexual organs, they'll be right there. So look now at the drawing on the left side, woman. It's completely opposite. So when man believes that the positive pull of the woman, the stimulation should go to her pelvic floor, it is opposite. Woman will not be ready, warm up, or turn on by stimulating her vagina. At least not stimulated properly. So female plus positive pull is in her breast. I don't know if some of you heard of this before. There was a big discovery for me a few years ago, and I was amazed when I started practicing that. That was quite amazing effect. So, and also if there is no judgment for the men and women, of course, we just have to also understand that in our society, unfortunately, how do we learn about sex? How do we learn about warming up each other's body? How do we learn about it? We watch it from the movie, even porn, and that porn was, just think of it, porn was created mostly by men. I would say solely by men, right? And how the man sees it, come, grab, aggressive, approaching, this is a masculine way of involving woman in sexual activity. So for the woman, it's quite opposite. If, let's say, I'm definitely not like initiating this, but maybe eventually it's necessary to educate people. So what if a woman would create a porn movie? That would not be that, right? That would be a lot more gentle, a lot more feminine approach. And if I'm not saying I would ever create a porn, but definitely creating a course is how to warm up a woman. So what I would start with is by teaching men and women how to activate her positive pull. So woman can do it herself, activate her positive pull, or her man, her partner can do that for her, or if she is in partnership with another female. So women are naturally tantric, right? We're naturally like to slow down. So I'm gonna teach you, like right now, I'm gonna teach you just a basic technique, how you can activate your positive pull. And you can teach your men, you can teach your partners how to use it. So this practice will take about 20, 30, I would say 40 minutes to an hour, ideally. But when you activate the positive pull, you will feel some amazing sensation, tingling sensation in your vagina, in your entire body, lower body and hips. That's how we start. That's how we're completely ready. And before you feel this tingling sensation, no penetration should happen ever, ever. You see how different it is, right? From what we usually experience. We're barely ready. We're barely ready. And also, actually, before I show the practice, I want to ask you a question. What is, in your opinion, like average duration of intercourse before man ejaculates? In minutes. If you have any ideas. Let me see in the chat. Huh. 20 minutes. Okay. 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, very optimistic, ladies. It's very optimistic, I have to tell you. You know, yesterday, just before our class, I decided to double check. So official numbers are 3 to 7 minutes. Yeah, your numbers are very optimistic. So 3 to 7 minutes is the average time of intercourse. And now look at this. If the man approaches woman in the way they do, right, the way they believe it will please the woman, they penetrate pretty much in a few minutes after it all started. In 3 to 7 minutes, averagely, it's already ended. And how does a woman feel? She's not even ready yet. She's never been even ready. It's already over. Here we go. And I want you to answer this question again, just quietly, silently, if you wish, or in the chat if you wish. Have you ever been in that situation you felt you just started warming up and it's already over? I would just say, according to what I see in this statistic, it should be a majority of us like that. Because men just don't know, and they just don't know. And okay, let's go to the practice. So it could be done in a very simple way. It's just amount of time. That's what it's matter. It doesn't have to be very specific direction, but some guidance is important and it's good to follow it. So slowing down. So I like to kind of rub my hands like this. We create our energy over here, our chi energy, our life energy. So it's a little warm. And just apply it to your heart center. Right? And start making slow circles around your breast, avoiding, this is the important part, avoiding your nipples. And you can just massage just the heart center. And it's very important to teach your man to do it correctly the way you like it. Right? So I actually noticed it at my retreats. Then when men try to incorporate this technique, they do kind of like deep tissue massage on the woman's breast. That is not. And woman, you know, you don't have to tolerate this. You can adjust your partner's movements, right? Then it's very good to do like number 8, you know, infinity movement with both hands as well. It's just like light, energetic touch, right? Do not rush. Like think of it, you're going to do it for 40 minutes, maybe longer. Just relax your shoulders, relax your neck. Do it for a few minutes and come back to the heart center. Exactly the heart center, right here. Then you can do just cupping, so just grab it from the bottom and just slightly lifting up, slightly, and releasing. Again, avoiding nipples, no squeezing nipples. And this is specifically for the man. Just statistics shows that majority of the women, more than 90%, don't really enjoy squeezing nipples. They don't. So do not do that, please. Or ask your woman if she likes it and how she likes it, right? Everything could be personalized, so it's very important to know the specifics how the woman likes it. So a few cuppings and come back to the heart center again. So when you do it for at least 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you start feeling tingling sensation in your chest. I really want you to try it tonight. Light a candle, burn some beautiful essence, and just relax. You can lay down on the bed or on the floor, play relaxing music, because you're going to do it for a while. So create the most relaxing environment for yourself. And then you can repeat the infinity movement for a few minutes, coming back to the heart center. So the point is, you always come back to the heart center, because there is our positive pole, right? Yes, cupping for a few minutes and coming back to the heart center. Just circles, clockwise or other way around. In about 20-30 minutes, but not earlier, in about 20 to 30 minutes doing this, we finally come to the nipples. Finally come. How do we do that? With the open palm. So not squeezing, just open palm, massaging your nipples like this. With the open palm. So it's very gentle, right? Very gentle. Very gentle touch. And come back to the heart center. So this is kind of the basic techniques. That would be, I just promise you, it will be already enough for you to start. If you do it for 30-40 minutes, I would say in 20 minutes you start feeling something raising in your heart center, in your area, in your heart, in your breast area. Then you start feeling it kind of spreads in your head, in your neck, and in your belly. And later on you feel it more in your hips, in your glutes and your hips. And only then, after you started feeling sensation in your hips and your glutes, you start feeling, ooh, there's something in my vagina. It's like another universe there. Tingling sensation already. That's how you, if you come back to the first picture, that's how the water starts warming up. It's not boiling yet. It just warmed up. The steam is not there yet. The steam, it's really orgasmic energy. That's what I mean. So it's just warm up. It's getting hotter. It's getting hotter. So when the woman feels that it's warm, the tingling sensation, you just feel horny. Like, let's use the street language. You feel horny, you feel ready, you feel excited. That's the moment for penetration, not earlier. And how many men do that? How many women even do that to themselves if you practice self-pleasure, right? If you practice self-pleasure as well, this is the first step. Without it, you are not ready. Without it, you're overstimulating, and most likely you're just stimulating the external parts of your pelvic floor, like clitoris and, just external parts. And it is not really healthy. And just explaining a little bit details of connection to the inner organs. It connected, if you overstimulate clitoris just to chase the pleasure, quick pleasure, right? You can get clitoris orgasm maybe in 2-3 minutes, right? Can we? Easily. And what it happens, right? What happens? It is actually directly, it's acupressure point to our kidney. Do you know that many gynecologists actually mention in their statistic, they made notes that women have a kidney problem and they experience often urination or even cystitis, right? Do I pronounce it right? A cystitis. It's when your urine has blood. It's painful. It's quite a problem. I've had this, and now I know why. Because I was practicing self-pleasure, masturbation, focusing on external parts of my vagina. Here we go. Can you imagine how interesting this connection is? And for the men, this knowledge goes even deeper. There is a statistic for the men that men who masturbates a lot, and they do this exactly the same way as women do, if they don't know what part has to be stimulated and what should be avoided or not overstimulated. Do you know that statistics shows that majority of heart attacks happen to men? Heart attacks, men. There's barely a few women had heart attack. Do you know why? Because in structure, if you look at the penis of the man, the acupressure point that directly connected to the heart is the head of the penis. And when we think of, I don't know if you think of it, but I've learned a lot about it. So basically men, just like women, will look for quick satisfaction, quick pleasure, right? Let's say men like, I want to just have a quick pleasure, and when they masturbate, the most sensitive and responsive part of the penis is the head of the penis. So what they do, they overstimulate it just to get a faster pleasure. And if you Google it, actually, that's quite interesting notes. Even I was just reading yesterday, 15-year-old teenager was sharing in one of the chats, and he said something like, hey, I just wonder, I'm very sexually active, I'm 15-year-old, and I masturbate like 5 times a day, and every time I masturbate, I mean, it's normal thing, right? They discover their body, learn about sexual energy. I appreciate the honesty they share. So every time I masturbate, he said, I feel pain in the heart area. Age 15 already. And it's just one of the examples. You're welcome. You don't trust what I say here. Go, make your notes, and go and make your own research. If the clitoris overstimulation related to kidney problems, and if the head of the penis overstimulation related to the heart problem, specifically heart attack. This is quite a number, right? So now you know already that no earlier than after the proper warm-up of your chest area, activating your positive pull, the penetration can be allowed. So now it's information for you, and you take full responsibility how you deliver it to your partner, right? And also how you incorporate it in your own self-pleasure practice. And I always recommend to, before delivering to the partner, practice it yourself. Just really go to the bed and try to experiment. Is it true what Julia shared with us? Is it true? Do I feel this tingling sensation? Is it true? Right? So before you teach your partner how to do that, the way to do that, the way you like it, the way you don't like it, practice it yourself. Don't trust a word I say here, okay? I just give you an information. I want you to find out yourself what is true for you and your body. But again, note is to avoid nipples in the beginning for 20 minutes, massage slowly, right? And for at least 30-40 minutes, it's like super short version of it. Ideally, if you do it for 40 minutes to an hour. And when you feel this energy growing, your chi energy flowing, then yeah, go to your partner. And maybe you can do it even their masculine way because you're already ready. But otherwise, if you start from the beginning, from 0 point, then let them, teach them. Oh my God, I can tell you, men love it. Men love playing with our chest. They love it. Okay, so don't think like it's also a lot of I think childhood traumas related to that. Some women are hesitating asking for such treatments, right? Like, oh, but he likes it this way. Like, what if he didn't want to do that? What if he finds it boring? What if he starts thinking it's too long, etc., etc.? Well, my answer is, if a man or partner, a woman, is dedicated to please you, to satisfy you, to make you feel pleasure, it will not bother them. And you have a right to ask of how you want to be treated, how you want to be pleased. So please, yeah, it's also kind of emotional, mental element of it. Okay, so that was another part, and I would like to share with you masculine microcosmic orbit meditation. Do we see the microcosmic orbit meditation picture? So there are a few. It's very common practice in Tantra yoga and Taoism. It's in both traditions really rely on this practice. It's basically a meditation. It could be done just in sitting position, which is preferred. Otherwise, some people, even depends of your physical condition, right? We meet you at where you are. So if your physical condition is not that well, you can lie down, but ideally if you do it in a sitting position, right? And we have a few points. Okay, just actually I wanna describe a little bit more in details. So why do we need this microcosmic meditation practice, right? This practice helps to circulate the energy in continuous loop. As you see, it's kind of the loop, right? It starts in our Tantien center. It's an official Taoist term for Tantien. Where Tantien is. So find your navel, and literally 1 inch below, like, or 2 fingers below your navel, this is your Tantien. This is your fireplace. Okay, so it starts with Tantien, then it moves in a circled way to your perineum. Oh, I misprinted. I said perineum. Perineum, my apologies. And pelvic floor. Then the energy moves to your coccyx. Coccyx is a very special bone, by the way, and we pay a lot of attention in Tantra to coccyx, because I believe when the embryo, the child, right, develops about, if I remember, week 4, from week 4 to week 8, we have this bone as a tail, right? It represents the tail, but then at week 8, it stops developing. So we don't have a tail like other animals, right? But we have the coccyx bone. So coccyx bone is our tail. We play with it on kind of energetic level. So coccyx bone. Then it goes through the entire spine, the back of our spine up, and comes to the top of the head, and goes through the spot between eyebrow or third eye. And now here is an important point. We bring our tongue for the entire practice. We keep our tongue, tip of our tongue, on a soft palate. What is soft palate? It's a soft area behind our upper teeth. So bring it right there. And you can close your mouth. It doesn't have to be open. If it's too hard to really reach the very back of your mouth with the tip of your tongue, maybe bring it a little bit closer to your teeth, but try to keep it as far as possible. Soft palate is the place. And at some point, I will also remind you, as we were practicing this, at some point I will ask you to swallow your saliva. So kind of the energy that was brought to the very top of your head comes through the soft palate that is connected by the tongue to the throat. So you swallow it through your throat, and then through your throat this energy goes to your heart center and comes back to Tantien center. So it's a one cycle, right? So for the whole cycle we keep the tip of our tongue on a soft palate. This is the bridge. The tongue connects the energy circle. You got it, right? Okay, sounds very good. So you're welcome to sit nice and tall, or you're welcome to lie down on the floor if it's more comfortable. And let's close our eyes. Let's do one round. Let's close our eyes. Adjust your spine And take 3 good deep cleansing breaths. One more good inhale through the nose. Animalistic breath through your belly. Do not move your shoulders. Very good. And one more time. Breath through the belly. Exhale. And now I invite you to begin by bringing your awareness to the base of your spine, noticing if there is any discomfort. We're going to use some imagination, visualization for this practice. You're welcome to imagine any color that is comfortable for you. It is suggested to work with red or orangey color, but again, it is a personal decision. Allow your intuition to decide and keep breathing slowly through your nose, moving your belly. Animalistic breath. And as you inhale, and imagine that this ball of light expanding in your Tantian center, in a spot just below your navel. You are welcome to place your hands on your Tantian as well. So this beautiful light expanding and rising moves to your perineum, your pelvic floor. Perineum is the spot between your anus and sexual organs. And it keeps moving to your coccyx bones. And it keeps rising up through the back of your spine, your lower back, middle back, upper back, and your neck. Slowly reaching out the very top of your head. And when you reach the crown of your head, pause for a moment and feel the energy radiating outwards. Take a deep breath and soak in this sensation. And now as you exhale, visualize this energy descending down the front of your body, starting with the spot between your eyebrows, your eyes, through your third eye, and while your tongue, the tip of your tongue, is resting on your soft palate, you swallow and feel this energy move through the front of your throat and gently goes, slowly moves to your heart center and comes back to the Tantian. Let's do it one more time. For the entire cycle, please keep your tongue on your soft palate. So move the energy to your pelvic floor, your coccyx. Rise it up through the back of your spine, middle back, neck, and the top of the head. And take good inhale while your light is at the top of your head. Feel the sensation and slowly bring the light through the path between your eyebrows. Swallow it while keeping the tongue on soft palate. Feel this energy, feel the chi energy in your throat, and bring into the heart center. And let's have it one more time. Tantien, the spot below the navel. Light is growing and expanding. It goes to your perineum and pelvic floor. It goes to your coccyx. Move slowly through the back of your spine, lower back, middle back, and upper back. It reaches the top of your head. And you take good inhale over there. Good inhale. Feeling the light on the top of your head. And on exhale, send this light through your third eye and swallow it. Send it through the front part of your throat, your heart center, and get back to the Tantien. And maybe remain a few more seconds with your eyes closed. You're welcome to do one more round yourself. And just notice at the end of this meditation, if you have any new feeling of balance and vitality this microcosmic orbit practice has brought to you. Whenever you're ready, gently open your eyes and stretch your body and carry this sense of alignment and energy with you into the rest of your day. And remember to approach this practice with an open heart and mind, allowing yourself to feel the sensation. How are we feeling? Okay, very, very good. All right. Okay, I want to share one more practice with you today. But before that, I would like, because it's a lot of sitting already, right? So every time I teach one-on-one and my retreats and even in my courses, I ask you from time to time to shake your body. So I'm not going to move the camera, but I just get up. So it's a great practice if you just stand up and bend your knee. It's not like you jump. You're welcome to jump, or just bend your knee and shake your hands, your wrists. Shake your spine, like bouncing on your knee. Very, very good. Keep doing it. Breathing through the nose. Yeah. Maybe moving from side to side if you wish. And now make a fist and start beating, knocking your lymphatic nuts. It's acupressure points. Your wrists. The other one, the other hand. Your wrist. Just your chest slightly. Not too light, not too hard. The back of the neck, your head, more gentle on the head, of course. Just intuitively follow your own guidance. And under our ears right here, it's another, you can massage it a little bit, or you can beat it as well. Our neck, from shoulder to the tip of your ear. Very good. Our kidney, the lower back. Our pancreas and stomach. And it's also a very good test to see if you feel any pain or any discomfort in your belly or kidney. That's a good note to take. Something is not okay. You should not feel any pain anywhere. Right? Your glutes, the sides of your hips. Now this is important part. This is okay. Try to balance this very much, this part, right, kind of below your knee. There is a lymphatic knot over there. And your foot. And let's do the other side too. Below your knee. And your foot. And you can finish it up in a standing position, kind of moving your corp from side to side and beating your kidney. So you see the corp is moving and shoulders remain in the same place. Whew, I already feel much better. Love this practice. It is also related to Qigong practice if you ever experience that. Very powerful technique. I mean, this all connected. Tantra, Qigong, acupuncture, it all comes from one place. All right, feeling good? How are we feeling? Okay, more energy, right? That's it. It's actually a very good practice, like just beating ourselves. Let's say we wake up early morning and instead of taking coffee or just thinking, oh my God, I have no energy to go to the gym. I know going and do some physical activity will bring me some energy, but I don't have energy to start doing this. Do this. Because there's very little you need to do. And I don't know how you feel. I feel like I even breathe better now. It's just a couple of minutes and that's it. Do it when you sit for a while, like learning class or working online or doing some static work. So important. Okay, we can close this one. Let me make it pin. Okay, does everyone see me in a big screen? Oh no? Oh, then I didn't do it right. Okay. Oh, it says I should be. Okay. All right, you still see me, by the way. So another practice is, I'm going to show you just a quick introduction. In Taoism, we believe that every element, fire, earth, air, and water, related to certain organs of our body, certain system of our body. So the most important for tantric practice is to activate the fire, as you already know, for the women specifically, right? That's how we warm up our waters. And for the men as well. It's a simple daily practice. And again, we start with rubbing our hands. Oh, actually, I'm wrong. I have it. Oh my God, yes, I have it. I have it. 3 fires. Okay, that's it. I have it, of course. Okay. So creating the energy for healing. And as you see on the picture on the left side, the first fire is in the heart center. The second fire is our Tantien, the spot between below the navel. And the third fire is kidney. That's where we activate the fire. So fire is active, masculine, strong energy, right? So Make sure for this practice we need to rub it as strong as possible, like literally. Have you ever tried in a forest start the fire when camping? That's how hard you need to work. So, and just bring 2 hands to your heart center. And slowly move circle movements. It doesn't have to be certain direction, clockwise or opposite way, doesn't matter. So first fire in the heart center, and if you want to close your eyes as well. And the most important part of this is what we visualize, how we feel. Smile with your heart. Lift the corners of your lips and smile with your heart. Then bring your hands, both hands to the Tantien, below your navel, and smile with your Tantien. And maybe feel something there. Notice if there is any sensation in your Tantien area. Very slowly relax your shoulders. And eventually bring both of your hands to your right kidney, lower back, right and left kidney. And smile with your kidney. With gentle circles, smile with your kidney. This practice is crucial. It's crucial. If we don't have a balance in our in this 3-fire system, if we don't have a happy kidney, we cannot have a healthy sexual organs or sexual glands. So it's very important to balance. And rub your hands again. Let's do another round. As hard as you can, like really has to be burning fire. Bring it into your heart. Massage this energy into your heart center. Bring it to your Tantien. Smile with your inner organs. Smile. Use all your imagination. How would you smile with your organs? How would you smile with your pelvic floor? And smile with your kidney. Bring your hands to your lower back. Smile with your kidney. This is the very first exercise I learned with my master, Mantak. It is daily practice. It is daily practice. Smiling with inner organs. And let's do the final round from your hands. Even harder now. Like even harder. Really. Oh, smile with your heart. Bring your hands to your Tantien and keep massaging your Tantien. Smiling with your pelvic floor. This very important part, Tantien, is also surrounded by very many digestive channels, as you know. And digestion is connected to how we perceive and digest life. We digest not only food, but also life, emotions, feelings. That's we digest it. That's where we digest it. And bring your hands to your lower back and smile with your kidney. Smile with your kidney. Very, very good. Simple exercises. Simple exercises. You know, I have to tell you that it is an infinite source of wisdom. And look at this. No pills, no equipment needed. Really, it's as simple as it is. But what my teacher always says, Mantak always says, Tantra is not a wisdom. It's not a teaching. It's not whatever we can call it. It's not a cult. It is a practice, right? Just like yoga. It is a practice. It is not something that you, let's say, you can go to a massage therapist and they massage you, just relax on a massage table. Nuh-uh. There is nothing like that can happen with Tantra. It's not the work that someone can do for you. Tantra is a self-practice, so we have to do that. We have to become our own therapist, our own healer. And it's a daily practice. If you want high results, let's say, if you're just in general working on improving your health, your sensitivity, right? Maybe even a few times a week, this is okay. But let's say if you having problem to get pregnant, right? Like it's a big goal. And many women even go to have surgeries, medication, stuff. And if you try to do it in this holistic way, that will require a dedication. You would have to do a good amount of work every day. And yes, it is possible. It is possible to achieve the desired results, but it's definitely a different level of dedication. It is a practice. So I want you to keep in mind, it is a practice. So what we learned today, just want to remind you that masculine and feminine energy are quite opposite. Women are cold, not just water, the cold water. Men are fire. So in case for a woman to get ready, she needs to be warm up for a while, a long time, right? And warm up in a specific way. Where is her positive pull? So it kind of running a little bit forward. For the woman, if you want to prolong intercourse, do not follow this kind of tendency to stimulate your man and his pelvic floor, because when he's already erected, he will not wait for you, right? So it's your responsibility to guide your man, not overstimulate him. And I just have to tell you from my own practice that an experience that when men involved for 40 minutes to an hour massaging our positive pull, you don't need to do anything to get them ready. In 40 minutes, somehow, slowly but surely, they are ready just because of the energies they started feeling from us. Can you imagine? When someone asks me, hey, Julia, do you teach like oral sex? I'm like, technically, yes, but like, why would you even need it? For what? Maybe for diversity at some point, yeah. But you don't even need it. You don't need to stimulate man. He is so ready. It just naturally happens because he feels your energy. He is ready for you because you are like pulsating on this level of how ready you are. You don't need to stimulate men. And of course, men, they have different situations. They might experience impotence, which is also part of tantric teaching, and we can fix this serious issue as well. It's definitely understand this part, but so when you start doing one practice, another problem was already solved. You don't have to even worry about it, right? So the positive pull activation for 40 minutes, that's what we learned today. And definitely microcosmic orbit, it's a beautiful practice if you want to just start your day, right? Or you can do it with your partner. Let's say this is, or by yourself. So it's solo practice and couple practice. You can sit next to each other, start with eye gazing, synchronizing breath, and there both of you can close eyes and do this microcosmic orbit meditation. And another way, and eventually it is the reason why we even practice this microcosmic meditation. We incorporate this after we master this meditation. We incorporate it in our intercourse. So we use it and we send it up, we swallow it, and that's how we close this circle. So it's a long story. It's so much information to share, but definitely when we talk about full body and 9-stage orgasm, it's not going to be achieved by just stimulating things and few seconds and it's gone. This is not the orgasm we are interested in Tantra. We are talking about full body orgasm, 9-stage orgasm for women, which remains for a while. For a while. Now think of it, right? Just a little peak, or staying in valley, in orgasmic valley. I always compare it. I think Osho actually described it. Yeah, he brought this term, orgasmic valley. Because imagine if you go on a hike, right? And you go on a hike and there's a lot of hills. So there is one way of hiking. And there is examples of people who do that. They like walk very fast, then don't even enjoy around. They just like want to get to the top, you know? That's very masculine approach, you know, the boom, 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 pew, drop. This is a masculine approach. Or you can walk slowly, look around like, oh, what a tree. Oh, what a sunset, what a view. Smell a rose. Sit for a little bit, you know, look around. Walk a little bit more, make a little stop there, just enjoy the situation. Maybe take a little picnic moment there too, you know. And you're staying in a valley, orgasmic valley. It's not a peak orgasm. And then after peak, what happens? Drop, right? And that's why many men, specifically men, feel so depleted energetically after having sex. And the function of sexual energy is quite opposite. It's supposed to energize us, not deplete our energy. For the woman, it's similar. It's not that crucial. We don't feel so depleted, but we also depleted. So something to think about. And I would like to open some space for questions. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer. Someone would like to turn on the microphones if you have any specific questions, or maybe, I don't know, anything you'd like to share? No questions? Okay. Oh, yeah.
That's good stuff. Do you do one-on-one tutoring too, like one-on-one personal?
Yes, and it was, I actually hold it for a little bit later, but yes, here we go. And again, I just don't want to make it kind of annoying or anyhow kind of selling thing, but I just want to offer what I have. So I offer Tantric Mastery Mentorship, which is one-on-one work. I have a course and I have a one-on-one work, and one-on-one work would mean that we will work on your specific goals. Let's say I want to get rid of pain in my sexual organs, right? Or I want to get pregnant. I cannot get pregnant for 30 years, something like that. So specific goals, specific desires. So it's a Tantric Mastery Mentorship. And yeah, I usually offer 3 months because it's usually enough. 3 months, and we meet once a week online, and you're also welcome from time to time. Come to Joshua Tree. I have a wonderful property here, which is work in progress. And another option is I have a course, right? It's pre-recorded course, but as you understand, it's pre-recorded, so it means that it covers most important topics, but it's not personalized, right? So it's more generalized, and it works for men and women. So it's a Radiant Intimacy pre-recorded course. You will receive recorded sessions once a week. What good part of it is that it's definitely, if you're in the beginning of this journey, this is perfect. This is perfect because you have to learn some basic things, like the things we learn today is very basic. It's super basic, but we have to know. Without it, we cannot even start. You know, no matter if I teach you a G point today, like it doesn't matter, because if you don't know your positive pull is here, nothing matter, right? So it's very, very specific strategy, what we learn and when, and how we incorporate it. So this pre-recorded course, you will receive 12 sessions total, pre-recorded sessions, and you can watch it at convenient time, you know, whenever you're traveling and stuff. And I will be demonstrating exercises there. And yeah, and just important note, some people say, hey, I'm really interested in learning about sexual energy in Tantra, but I don't want to be part of orgy. I don't. So what I want to share with you, Tantra is not an orgy. And there is a kind of ways of Tantra. There is a white Tantra and there is a red Tantra. So I do not demonstrate red Tantra. Red Tantra means like literally showing, demonstrating penetration aspects and stuff. What I do, I teach white Tantra in person or online or at my retreats, right? And I touch the base of red Tantra, but I do not demonstrate it. Right? This is different. You learn it. It's really not necessary someone to really touch you with a finger or with something, right? Or with their sexual organs to understand how it works. You can practice red Tantra just by receiving right explanation, pictures, you know. It's quite simple. With the right guidance, totally possible. So there is a one-on-one mentorship, there is a course, and the third option, which is kind of almost already gone, but I still want to share with you, it is we have a Tantric alchemy retreat. We have only 2 rooms left, by the way, if you want to attend. I know Leticia is trying to figure it out with her schedule. So we only have 2 rooms left. Yeah, it was such a high demand, and it's also balance of couples and singles. So if you're a solo practitioner, it's a good start. That's how I started. I show up for first time in my life. I showed up at as a solo at a tantric retreat, and you're welcome to practice with men or with a woman. It doesn't matter. I really like when, let's say, a couple comes, man and woman, or 2 women or 2 men. Who knows? You never know, right? So I just invite them. It's not suggestion, it's just invitation to practice with other participants. So what you learn there, some people ask, well, what if I don't feel attraction to my practice partner? And I always respond, well, it is not about feel something towards the partner during the practice. It's about discovering yourself, what's happening, how let's say, the energy moves through your body. What did I feel in my organs? What did I feel in my heart center and my pelvic floor? It's about you. Your orgasm is about you. So, and again, it's only invitation. You're welcome to, you can practice any exercise solo by yourself. You don't need a partner at all. That's the fact. You don't need partner at all to practice at all. And, or you're welcome to practice with other people in a group. Yeah, you can practice it with your friends. I practiced a lot with my girlfriends. It's just like, yeah, let's do it. We both came to a tantric retreat and like, let's try it together. Let's do this, the heart touch. And it doesn't make us lesbians or anything like that. You know, it's just a practice. So it's yeah, you're welcome to discover this option. I will be happy to send you more details about the one-on-one mentorship, about the course, and about Tantric Alchemy Retreat. Would be happy to have you at all of these workshops. All of these offerings are unique in their own way, and yeah, I would be absolutely honored to have you. Let me see if I answer any. Send us more information. Absolutely, I will. And I have a question. Did everyone receive emails from me, like multiple emails? Yes. Okay. You know, I just want to make sure I learn it from a marketing course. That is very important to remind you, you know, because sometimes we really have this spark, like, okay, I really want to do that. Oh my God, it's so important to me. And then because it's a week away, so many things happens, and if you don't send reminders, so I'm trying to keep this balance, not being annoying with my emails, but also make sure that you have it in your schedule. And I can see today I have at least 30 people sign up, and I know these people, they were very serious, but probably they will watch it already, like a replay of it. Melissa, thank you for your beautiful gift today. I really love your energy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I think there was a perfect little introduction of Tantric teachings, and this intimate group. I was able to see each of you. So it's such a privilege to have an intimate group. I love it too. Yes, so you will receive today or the latest tomorrow replay of this class, and with all the links and information, with also with the pictures, so you can, you know, refresh your memory. And I'm also open, if you have any questions, just email me. I am open to that. Yes, forgot to mention, if you planning to take my course, so besides self-learning, it's self-learning process, right? I'm opening space for questions, right? You can ask me, and with 48 hours window, I will respond to your questions. So it's also not like full-time support, but it's support. So you receive the class once a week, and you will get a response within 48 hours. So it's a kind of a little bit personal touch, if you wish. All right, in learning more. Okay, interest in learning more sounds good to me. So it's a life-changing practice. It's a life-changing practice, and I also would like to share with you that in my course I will incorporate some hypnotherapy, because it is powerful. As I learned from my own experience, I've shared in the beginning, if we are sexually abused, or have any other moments in our life that an emotional level needs to be healed, resolved, so mental part should be involved as well. You will have to heal it on that level. So yeah, it is also a part of the course, or the personal work, one-on-one work. All right, I think we are pretty much done for today. If you have any questions, I have a few more minutes. Otherwise, I'm just so deeply grateful to have you all here. Thank you so much for really contributing this time and energy. I know our lifetime, it's non-refundable currency, so I really appreciate you invested this into your self-healing, into learning, and I hope you've learned something new today. And I hope this will support you on your way, whether you continue work with me. If not, it's totally fine. I know for sure in my heart there's a beautiful response that you've learned something, that something will sprout it in some time in you, and it's already something, you know. Yeah. Any questions? No questions? Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. Oh, she said goodbye. Okay. Yeah, thank you. So we'll be in touch. If you have any questions, not necessarily have to be asked here. If your question arises later, just send me email or text message. I will be here for you, and I hope to see you somewhere, somehow. And sending you lots of love and orgasms. Much love. Bye-bye.